This presentation was developed for countries in the Three Seas area as an opportunity to extend the scope of the Three Seas initiative to social infrastructure, also improvements in technology and governance, and extending the partnerships into the Middle East and China to form what we refer to as a triangle of trust. It represents a proposal for a public-private action program in conjunction with activities that we've been addressing for a number of years. It starts with a private proposal for public-private partnership. This is 8 years in development. The action items that exist as described are available for immediate implementation. These involve governance and technology initiatives with public-private health implications, and a timeline for a regional initiative that's very important. The page here that it shows is the 2020 Program for Global Health site, which is a key part of this proposal. We refer to this as a black swan proposition. In the many years of efforts we've conducted with regard to the technology, the governance questions, as well as the health questions, we've run across nothing that even remotely resembles the program that we're going to outline in its objectives and our resources and dedication in putting together this program. The program is a substantial extension of the Three Seas model that can further demonstrate regional and cultural unity and encourage big sister, little brother relationships with EU accession countries in the region, which can make major contributions. The opportunity exists to cooperate in establishing grounded governance and development models that will apply not only in the region but elsewhere, and thereby establishing leadership. Also, under number 4, the opportunity to cooperate in resolving fundamental health and social problems. Three Seas problems as originally developed and using in the Three Seas initiative. Number 5, the framework for regional cooperation for China and Asia and the Middle East, extended to what we refer to as the triangle of trust, which we'll describe here to some degree. Into the area of unity, you can participate and add critical social infrastructure to Three Seas countries, starting with public and private health. The data-driven approach is very important. The knowledge-driven approach is very important. The Three Seas cultures demonstrate long-standing traditions of community and self-governance, interrupted repeatedly by outside forces. There's been a long-standing commitment in the Slavic cultures to nature, and this region is the crossroads of religious traditions that have many processes and societal norms that contribute to peace and prosperity. Thirdly, Three Seas success, current members and accession countries can be the ultimate key to global success in health and governance. As far as assistance is concerned, all countries in the region can contribute to integrative collaborative strength. The question of dual control and fluidity are key to multi-level governance. We recognize that those aren't terms that are phrases that you're acquainted with, but they're key to the program that we make reference to. Fluidity is the fluid transfer of knowledge, process-oriented knowledge in and out of technology. Dual control is the combined use of authoritative and knowledge-based processes in a governance environment. Number 3, the Three Seas countries can form a proving grounds for community-centered and knowledge-centered networks and developing these. 4, by jointly resolving systems and governance questions for settlement of refugees and climate change challenges can help to resolve these problems as well as to establish leadership. In terms of governance and development, cooperative assumptions are a more effective foundation for governance than you see with in the liberal tradition. Dual control opens the door to enhance legitimacy of governance processes by immersion of technologies and networks with fluidity, and by the use of knowledge and policy, by the combination of those, which brings dual control. There's much compatibility in this in the three C's traditions, as well as in Chinese Confucianism and Islam. Health and social problem resolution. And dual control is the simultaneous support of authoritative and knowledge-based processes. And systems that use dual control can leverage technology by supporting fluid transfer of knowledge of experts and authorities for instant interpretation of data, which needs to be made available to all. This is an infrastructure question, is establishing the facility for providing this data. Private and public health represents critical dual control needs. The public and private health presents excellent opportunities for triangle of trust or one belt, one road opportunities to extend past transportation and infrastructure into fundamental social services, which lead, of course, to markets that require that kind of infrastructure. The question is, how does this extend to involve Asia and the Middle East? Well, infrastructure developments need to be socially driven. The China's One Belt, One Road is becoming a triangle anyway. There's a significant amount of activity between the Middle East and Europe, as well as in Asia and between China and the Middle East. A strong number of 3C's countries provide an important counterpoint to the One Belt, One Road programs. The opportunity exists to expand the cooperative traditions of the 3C's region with Confucianism and Islam. These can form the basis for technology-enabled governance and the development of a consensus, underscoring the triangle of trust and One Belt, One Road. We propose the 2020 Program for Global Health as a good example of how to start. This involves knowledge-driven universal health coverage. Providing universal coverage is fine, but it's very important to have a knowledge-driven approach so that there's some guidance and direction in the services that are provided. We propose a high degree of collaboration among the Triangle Trust countries and in Southern California. Also to establish leadership in governance as well as health. The 2020globalhealth.com site, which is also on the first page, is an example of this. This is a prime example of 3C's One Belt, One Road initiatives that can lead then to the Triangle of Trust. In review then, the opportunities exist for the 3C's initiative to expand on this in a couple of ways. In doing this to demonstrate regional and cultural unity, can encourage a big sister, little sister cooperation relations, or EU ascension countries. We've had conversations with some of these, particularly with regard to health. The opportunity to collaborate in establishing grounded governance and development models that are needed generally. Opportunity to cooperate in resolving fundamental health and social problems, not only in 3C's countries, but also throughout the Triangle of Trust area and throughout the world. Lastly, the framework for regional cooperation with China and Asia and the Middle East. We would hope to be able to provide infrastructure examples in terms of buildings and equipment and examples for the 2020 Expo in Dubai. And that's the timeline that can be seen on the website for the 2020 Global Health Project. We think that's still viable. We've got 3 years to do this. Thank you. Please contact me, Kenneth Tingey, at the location posted here, and feel free to contact us also through various means on the websites. Thank you.